Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, right back to Jenkins. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Rams defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Throwing Jones. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Looking to put a drive together.
Green 80! Hey, alert! Switch!
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This will be caught by Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Wilson. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Wilson wants a different look. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in the yard. And the Rams in a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
They will toss to Brown. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
There's Wilson to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
19 yards.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Now a run here, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
10 brings up third and goal.
Check. 14. Took right.
Here's Wilson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pin. Their turn now, back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points to their own. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9. Now Jones. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They could not can't contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
And it's third down.
They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. Touchdown, 49ers. Josh Downs, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Rams 3.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Now Wilson going to change things up here.
19. 14, front it.
To throw is Wilson from the gun on 3rd down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. It'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Got it. 14.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. They'll fire deep, looking for more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And now they'll audible to something else. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A.
That's good.
49 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now inside the 25. And he's going to be held down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have retaken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that was good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
He scored their touchdown earlier. This had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
A 44-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
37-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action. It's Wilson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. 2nd and 10.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Alert.
Now it's Wilson. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Jones throwing to start the drive. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now Wilson changing the play.
It's a loss of a yard.
They'll run on third down with Brown. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looks like they'll move things around here. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Past the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Chase Brown, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching it point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 38, Jones will get this complete downfield to Komet. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 13-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from inside. Throwing is Wilson. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back plays gains of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Wilson wants a different look. They'll look to throw again. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown.
Chris Godwin from 13 yards out. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams. Touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
49ers 10. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. Down the left sideline. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Tyrone Tracy, 37 yards. And the 49ers get a bit closer. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 18. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Hey, 0-0-0. Got it. 14.
To throw is Wilson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
First down.
Now Wilson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown Rams. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Rams get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
14.
The Rams lead the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Wilson going to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. Underneath the score, Rams 37, 49ers 18. Harris's punter is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing Jones. That is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to throw again. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot